All right, guys. We're going to cut that video short. We're having some technical difficulties that I really have been messing with for the last 30 minutes and don't know exactly what's going on. But here we are. It is our Thursday night captain's meeting / podcast / all that good stuff. We are lining up to go down to Anderson, South Carolina this weekend and fish Lake Hartwell for what is sure to be one of our busiest events of the year. The weather has been perfect, 85 degrees today. These fish are going to be, quote unquote, swarming the banks. And that was from Mr. Lowell, Air One, our title sponsor for this event. He was supposed to be able to make it on tonight, but he is spending time with his beautiful wife for their 26th anniversary. So he won't make it on with us tonight. But he told me that to let you all know that you guys are going to catch a ton of fish. They are swarming the banks, and that the herring bite has not really started just yet. But those fish are moving up and transitioning. So super pumped for a pre-spawn, but possibly a spawn bite on Lake Hartwell this weekend. And it is our second main event of the season. We've had 2 Southerns, 1 Western, and we're lining up to have a Northern next weekend. And we're just going to run through some of the very basics that we always talk about here in our captain's meeting. We're going to bring in Neil Paul from Visit Anderson, and we're going to bring in a special guest that I have backstage coming off a hot win at Lake Huey last week. And I know he's trying to replicate that on Lake Hartwell, and those lakes fish very similar. So it'd be interesting to see if he can transition over into that event. But you guys saw I've posted a bunch of stuff over the last couple days. Registration is still a little on the low side right now, but that's pretty normal. The big difference this month is it is a Sunday event. Okay, so we're not fishing on Saturday. We are fishing on Sunday, March 17th. And I've had a few people ask me why we did that. There's over 300 boats going out on Saturday for one tournament on Lake Hartwell. So when me and Neil sat down to make this schedule, we decided that wasn't safe and it wasn't ideal. And while I know a handful of people can't fish because it's on a Sunday for, other things they do, whether it's church or for this event specifically, people are leaving for Oklahoma for the championship on 10 Killer. Safety's first. And I don't want to put you guys not only in a safety hazard with 300 boats, but also that's just not fun. You're going to be arguing with boaters. You're going to be getting cut off by boaters. And, on Hartwell, if you're targeting some of those main lake clay points, there's only so many of those to go around. So we don't want to be dealing with 300 horsepower boats flying by you. So we opted for a Sunday event, which we don't usually do, but we'll see how it goes. So some of the basics really is just talking about some of the rules. So this is a man-powered series. You must have a metal-only catch board. You must print a Queen City identifier. You must check the ramp list. The ramp list for Lake Hartwell is huge. So check the list. We will not add any more ramps because we're only a couple days out, and we are following a 2-week cutoff for adding ramps this year. But if for any reason I get a message between now and launch that a ramp is closed, we will remove a ramp. So if there's something I need to remove, please just let me know. But right now, the ramp list is active. It's posted under the Files tab. If you click the lake name, it will open up a map and show you all of the pins. If you have any questions, let me know about that. We are launching at 6:45. We are still following the 15-minute paddle rule this year. So first cast is at 7 a.m. Your last picture is taken by 2:59:59 p.m. and your last submission is by 3:59:59 p.m. And then we're going to start the ceremony at 4:30. I'll have pizza, I'll have drinks as usual, and we are at the same Garden Inn of Anderson that we always use, or Hilton Garden Inn of Anderson, sorry. And we use that same hotel every year. If you guys come in the back door, we're upstairs, usually in the back meeting room. It's a beautiful, beautiful venue. We'll be set up as always, and excited for you all to be there. Please review the rules. They're posted under the Files. Ryan has all the standings for every division under the Files, and I posted your roads to the TOC earlier this week. So we're looking right now at like 5 or 6, I think it is, from the south, 4 from the west, and 25 from the main. And we'll see what the north looks like in a couple weeks. But things are moving right along. So excited to be getting the season rolling. This is 3 weekends in a row that we'll fish in March, and then we'll fish every weekend in April. So you guys have a ton of opportunity here at Queen City. Mike is missing this one, but you'll be fishing a big championship in Oklahoma. So congrats on that, buddy. Brandon's excited to be fishing Hartwell. And I told Neil like 8:10, 8:15, but we do have our special guest in the back. So I might just go ahead and bring him in and chit chat with him for a few minutes. This will be short and sweet tonight, as we don't have anything crazy to cover. I will have your payouts posted up Saturday, 10 o'clock, as soon as everybody's locked in. We are only sitting at, let's see, I'll pull it up real quick. I think it's about 40 right now, which is pretty low. So 37 with a couple inactives that haven't paid yet. So hopefully everybody gets paid up. And, regardless, we're putting $1,200 in the purse no matter how many people show up. So you guys are fishing for that. We are going to keep the elite side pot at $60 for the remainder of this month, but it will probably go up in April to $75 unless we start seeing some new faces. But the anglers who are signing up, they're the guys who were signing up last year, so we're going to go back to what it was. We got a handful of us going to a Magnetic South Brewery in Anderson, South Carolina. I don't know who that is because they can't click the link, but keep in mind we're fishing Sunday, not Saturday, so they're going out Friday night. All right, I'm going to bring in Adam since we're running a couple minutes off tonight. But what's up, buddy?
What's going on? How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm a little stressed out with technology at the moment, which I feel like happens way too often, even when I'm prepared. But, we're here. I do appreciate you taking time out of your busy life on a Thursday night to hang out with us.
No problem.
Well,
happy to be here, still kind of riding that high of the win.
It's funny. Different people, like, when I used to get a win, I used to ride that high all the way up until the next event. And then obviously you come crashing down usually. Yeah. But, I love that feeling, man. So you got to be riding high. You won a big event on Kiwi. You went home with a lot of money. So tell us about it. Tell us, I know you went live from the venue, but I don't know how many people actually watched the weigh-in. So tell us what you did, how you caught them, how many you caught, all that good stuff.
Well, my plan to pre-fish that tournament kind of got canceled because, the kids, I had a sick kid and fell behind at work. And so I just kind of went out blind. And I did get to fish in a bass boat tournament the Sunday prior, which we didn't really catch anything but some small fish. And so the area I picked, it was just an area that looked good to me. There was a lot of docks, a marina, and it just looked really good. I'd be able to paddle and kind of change it up. But in the morning, I went to go out deep to an island, and there was bass boats all over that island. So I just started hitting those docks, and I missed 3 bites the first hour, and I caught 2 small ones. And one of those bites felt like a bigger fish. And then I zoomed around the bend and ended up catching that 20 3/4 inch spot, and caught it up really shallow under a dock walkway.
Nice.
And it just kind of clicked in my mind that that other bite that felt good was also kind of the same thing. So there was a Mike Hicks was actually fishing that stretch of docks, and so I was going to leave, but he kind of turned around and went back down those docks a second time, and he was a little bit fishing more of the main side, the actual docks, and so
Yeah.
I just kind of decided to keep just kind of go behind him, and he was. I didn't see him catching anything, but I saw on the leaderboard he was catching some fish. So I just kind of committed to that inside of the docks, throwing them really shallow with a shaky head, and those it seemed to be what I needed to do.
It looks like it
I mean,
worked for me.
one thing I did was I did notice that there were other bass boaters zooming around, kind of live scoping. So I just decided to. I don't know if this made a difference, but I did cut my electronics off for the rest of the day at about 10 o'clock in the morning, and so I just grinded it out, caught 3 really nice spotted bass, and that's what I needed.
So I'll tell you what, we don't know if it actually helped, but we can guarantee it didn't hurt,
It
right?
did. I don't think it hurt. I think
Yeah.
it kind of helped me, to be honest, focus on what I was doing instead of kind of getting sidetracked with any other fish that I would possibly mark on my graph. So
Nice, nice. Well, this is not your first victory. I mean, you were the South Carolina state champion last year, correct? Or 2022.
yeah,
2022.
2022.
So you're accustomed to the South Carolina lakes. You're a threat anytime we come down there, and here we go again, right? Bigger event. I'm throwing $1,200 in the purse, including that $300 big bass this weekend. And Hartwell is just one little brick wall away from Kiowee, so this is going to be, setting up right in your wheelhouse. The weather has been phenomenal up here in the. I'm in South Carolina, but I'm closer to Charlotte. But the weather, I mean, today was amazing, and
Yeah.
I got a feeling these fish are going to be very, very active come this weekend. So tell me what you think Hartwell's going to be doing, and if you think you'll be able to mimic what you did on Kiowee.
Well, I think I should be able to mimic it. To be honest, I got out on the water yesterday at Hartwell for about 3 or 4 hours. And I did know that they were opening the floodgates at the dam. So that did not help me kind of get any good practice in, because I was cruising around shallow looking for possibly cruisers, maybe any fish on the bed. And I just wasn't seeing anything. I did see some fish out deep, but it was, and I know that when that happens, it kind of pulls the fish back. So I think with this weather and kind of that little partly cloudy system coming in this weekend, that they're going to be doing exactly what Lowell said they'll be doing. And I think it's going to be a lot about fishing your strengths and then finding the right area that matches what you're hoping to catch them on.
I think it's going to be an event that you'll probably catch fish no matter what you want to do. Mm-hmm. It's just a matter of what size you're going to catch doing what you want to do, right? Are you going to be, you're going to commit to some type of power fishing? Are you going to beg for a top water bite early? Are you going to keep that shaky head or that Ned rigging or that drop shot? I mean, it's Hartwell, right, in your hand. So I think there'll be a lot of limits this weekend. I think, we should be in that 100 angler range. Usually that's what we have on Hartwell. So we're a little low right now, but hopefully we get up to that 100 angler range, and I expect to see a lot of limits come out this weekend.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think it takes to win it?
I think it's going to take close to 80.
Close to 80, huh?
I think it's possibly going to take more than Kiowee.
Okay. And what'd you have at Kiowee? Remind everybody.
Well, I had 73 3/4 at Kiowee. Yeah. So if I was to call a number, I'm going to say it takes 76.5.
Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate. I was going to say 77. So I think if we hit that 100 angler mark, we're going to see some bigger bags for sure. And like I said, I think guys, if you're putting a bait in the water, this is the time of the year that you're going to catch fish no matter what you like to do. We are hitting it a little bit different than we usually do. Usually we're a little later in the year. We can fish that topwater herring bite all day long. I don't think that's what's going to be happening here, but I do think the sun is shining again tomorrow, right? So
Yep.
you might see some big girls pushed back trying to find a little spot to call home for a couple weeks. So I think we're gonna see some big fish. You know, Jeremy Heats pulled a 25-incher out of Hartwell the last 2 years. The last 2 years, not just once.
Yeah.
The last 2 years.
Last 2 years, and
Yeah.
he's one of the names I'm scared of.
Well, yeah. I don't know if he's coming. Actually, let's see. Let's see if he signed up. But yeah. So you know, we know they're in there. We you know,
Yeah.
there's no doubt about it. So he's not
There's no
signed up
doubt.
at the moment, and I don't know what his Oklahoma situation is, if he qualified for that. I think he did when he won.
Yeah, thought he did.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not sure 100%.
With him out, and I think Bennett's out.
Bennett's out.
So
Mike
that,
Hicks is out.
Yeah, there's a lot of good reasons to get signed up. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. There's definitely at least 3 reasons we can think of.
Well,
to get signed up.
I mean, I know I'm fearing Lowell, but
Lowell's not fishing. That's 4 reasons to sign up.
Oh wow! By the way, I put on my little Marine Corps sweatshirt because I thought he was going to be on here tonight to give him a little shout out to the brotherhood. But
nice.
Maybe he'll see that later.
I did not know you were a Marine, bud.
Yep.
Nice.
Veteran.
Yeah. Once a Marine, always Marine.
Once a Marine, always a Marine. But it's been a long time, so.
So Lowell, tonight is his 26th anniversary. So happy anniversary, buddy. And he'll be in. Hang on, I don't want to mess it up. He'll be somewhere much better than Hartwell. Hang on. He does like an annual trip, and it landed right on Barbados. He'll be in Barbados.
Oh, wow.
So he won't be catching spotted bass, but he will be in Barbados.
Yeah.
So, you know, this could be a little bit of an end of an era. This may be the final Air One event on Lake Hartwell. And I kind of wanted Lowell to share his story tonight of some life changes he had. But he's not here to share it, and I won't share it for him. But we will definitely have him back on. But this could be the end of an era of seeing that yellow A on these plaques. And, you know, huge shout out to Lowell for supporting the club for as long as he has. Not only just supporting the club, but being a great friend. And, you know, we'll see. Look at this. This is Dwayne. We'll see if Air One continues to come back next year. Dwayne, maybe you need to update your app or re-download and take 5 pictures of the floor and resubmit it. All the shit you got us doing over the last couple days. But it's good that Dwayne is actually here. So, guys, the new push for the Android is out. So make sure your phone either auto-updated it or you re-download it, re-update it, reinstall it for this weekend. But yeah, so we just got the man of the hour came in downstage. Can you see that? Can you see who popped in?
No? I can't see.
I don't know if you can see backstage. You want to hang out for a few minutes?
Sure.
All right, cool. We're gonna bring in Neil. For those of you who don't know Neil, you need to step your game up. Neil Paul is the man in South Carolina. He is. Neil, I'm not going to introduce you, buddy. Tell us who you are. Tell us what you do. And thank you for being here.
Vinny, thank you so much. Yeah, it's pretty cool to see you guys. And I see you guys are, I don't know where you're at. And I see my Adam's in the garage. And,
I'm in the basement. Kids are
So-
trying to get ready for bed. So it's
Gotcha.
noisy up there.
All right. Well, listen, it's a pleasure it's a pleasure to be able to spend a little time with you guys here. As you mentioned, Vinny, it very kind on the introduction. Thank you. But I'm Neil Paul, Executive Director at Visit Anderson, and look forward to having you guys in town this weekend. It'll be a good time.
Neil, you know, I can't thank you enough. We've been working together for, I think it's 3 years now, maybe 4 years now. And, you know, you've done so much for not only our sport of kayak bass fishing, but for the sport of bass fishing in South Carolina. You're a huge person to know in this state. You host huge events, the Classic, numerous times. I'm sure somewhere in your future calendar there is a Classic again. and you have it written down. But you know, we really do appreciate you bringing our little plastic boats into town and always making sure we are taken care of there in Anderson.
Well, you guys do a tremendous job, and it's you guys are growing. I mean, you guys are growing, and you mentioned that we've only been working together for about 3 years. You've been coming to Anderson for how long now?
Oh, a long 7-8 years.
And so it's really kind of, I mean, I guess it's really probably a shame on my end that it took us this long to get together.
Oh, no.
To be honest with you, but you guys do a tremendous job. It's always fun when you guys are in town. You bring a great group. Everybody, everybody has a good time while they're there. They catch fish. The folks at the Hilton Garden Inn, they're going to be your host again this weekend. They do a great job. They look forward to you guys as well. And just I guess a little perspective on it. That's the same property that hosts all of our other fishing events. So we put a lot of pride. I told somebody this earlier today. We have, and you know this wherever you go. You guys fish a lot of lakes, and you guys have been a lot of places, and you traveled around. Lake Hartwell's no different. Like Lake Hartwell's a solid lake. It's a great fishery, but other people have lakes, right? And people that have lakes have ways to get boats in the water, whether it's plastic boats like you call them, or if it's $100,000 bass boat. The way that we've tried to set ourselves apart from everybody else is in the experience that we provide when you're in our community. So we put a lot of pride and put a lot of effort into putting a great experience for anybody that comes in and experiences our community. Because if you come and you have a good experience, you're going to come back, and that's what we want. And I tell this all the time: if you have a problem or if you have an issue, if there's something that when you leave, your stay wasn't to your standard, then we need to know about it, and to give us an effort to fix it and make it better for you. So that's what we're all about. And I know you guys do it the right way. It's always fun working with you, and looking forward to having you guys again this weekend.
Man, I've never had a bad stay, and I've camped down there numerous times. I've stayed in hotels numerous times. In fact, this weekend, after we wrap up this event at the Garden Inn, I'm actually headed up to Clemson, and we're going to see the softball game. I bought my daughter softball tickets, so we'll be in town. It was supposed to be a noon game, so the ladies were going to go, and I was going to hang out at the hotel and direct the event. And then out of nowhere, they changed it to a 7:00 game. So now I'm going to be in your city till midnight, watching some young ladies play softball.
Well, listen, you'll have a good experience. That's Clemson's a different county.
Yeah.
It's Pickens County, but we benefit off the softball team too. They've got a tremendous program over there, and if you haven't been to a game and the girls haven't been, they're going to have a great time. It'll be a great experience. You guys will really enjoy it.
Yeah, so we're going to 3 games over the next 4 weeks. So we'll be down a few times. We may have to hook up for lunch one afternoon.
Absolutely, and if we can do anything to help you, let us know.
Yeah.
But also, guys, just to you and all the people that make up the club, man, just thank you guys so much for trusting our community, for trusting in our lake and our facilities, and keeping us on the schedule.
Well, Neil, we appreciate you coming in. I won't keep you, man. That guy sitting right above you on my screen is the reigning champ from our last event, and we think he's going to be a threat on your lake. So we'll see what he can do this weekend.
Adam, congratulations, and you guys have safe travels and a great time on the water.
Thank you very much, Neil. Nice to meet you.
You too, man. Y'all take care.
Take care, Neil. We'll talk this weekend, bud.
See you, man.
Bye. Awesome, man. It's been awesome working with him. I do think it's been 3 years now that he's been a part of Queen City. And like he said, we've been going, I think it's been 7 or 8 years now. And Hartwell will be a staple on our schedule forever. It's such an amazing lake, and it's a great city, great community. So
yeah.
So you kind of turned into co-host tonight, man. You took Ryan's job, you took Blaine's job.
Well, I'm happy to be here, dude. Queen City's been great. It's been so much fun.
Appreciate that, brother.
And
I know
and the people and the camaraderie, that's just what makes it.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. We're surrounded by great people here. I say it all the time, top to bottom, from the little guy who is just watching on the outside to our reigning TOC champs, to the amazing communities who support the huge events like, like Visit Anderson or Lake Murray Country with our TOC. Like, we are extremely lucky, and I enjoy what we're doing, so we're going to keep riding, and hopefully we hit that 100 mark threshold this weekend. I really would like to see that down on Hartwell. We've had upwards of 160 down there before. I just don't know if we'll get there at this point. So
yeah,
we'll see. But we turn around and we go to Virginia for the first time, and then we turn around and we have Hobie Bass Open Series up here on Lake Norman. Do you think you'll come fish that one?
I think so.
I think so.
We'll see, though. It's this. I planned on fishing a lot this month and haven't really planned a whole lot after this month, but that's one that I got my eyes on.
Cool.
Norman kind of has not been good to me, but I also said that about Kiwi. Now Kiwi is one of my favorite.
Oh, all of a sudden, as of last
week.
I'll tell you what, Norman in the first weekend of April, if you want to talk about catching a lot of fish, I think that's going to be, I don't want to judge that one. I'm just going to throw that out there.
All right.
But, yeah, so I'll let you go. I know you got your kids getting ready to go to sleep. I know you have, a cheer competition or a dance competition tomorrow?
We're actually, I got to make sure I'm ready to finish the work week. And then we got a soccer game Saturday morning, and then we're going to Florence for a gymnastics competition that night, and I'll be driving back late, but I'm not going to miss Hartwell.
Yeah, so Saturday, since we had this scheduled for a Sunday 10 months ago, I actually have a softball tournament Saturday, so I'll be at the fields for probably the better part of 12 hours on Saturday. So, yeah, I hear you. And then I'll come home, take a nap, and then wake up and drive down to Hartwell. So, couple hours for me, but I'm not judging this weekend, guys. I'm directing, and I'll take care of you all, but I'm not actually sitting and judging. We've hired an outside company for that. So, but I will be here to help you all out. So reach out if you need me. But Adam, go enjoy your family, brother. I appreciate hanging out with you for a half hour. Congrats again, and I'll see you this weekend.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
You got it, bud. Later.
All right.
Awesome. Glad he could make it on. I don't think I've ever had him on, but it was a sweet combination of him getting the big victory last weekend and knowing he was coming to Hartwell to potentially do it again. So appreciate him. Appreciate Neil Paul and Hope Lowell's enjoying his dinner with his family. And I just want to thank him again for bringing us down to Anderson and Lake Hartwell. So as I just stated, I will be up when you all are up in the morning. You can text me. You can call me. Any issues, you will hear from me, but I am not judging. Amanda will be the judge. Actually, no, her company will be the judge, RTM. So they'll be taking care of you guys. The same judges we've used numerous times. They're the same judges that judge the Native series for me and my team. So very well experienced. I will be at the phone, and then I will hit the road to come down there probably about 11 o'clock in the morning. It's about a 2-hour drive for me, and I'll set up the venue and get the food ready and wait for you all to be there at about 4 o'clock. So looking forward to it. Sign up is open until Saturday night at 10 p.m. Usually it's Friday night, but this weekend, obviously, it's Saturday night. Matthew, yes, small fish still go to me. No problem. I'll take care of that. I do think this event will have a small bass that is under 12 inches. The last live event had 12-inch small bass. But, yep, send it to me. I'll tell you about your penalties. We'll get you taken care of. And if you guys need anything between now and then, hit me up. I appreciate you all. I am working all day tomorrow. I've had a few phone calls at like noon, and I kind of just laugh. Like, yeah, I'm at my job, so can't really help you print an ID card at noon. But reach out, shoot me a text, shoot me a message. Saturday, it'll be a little tough to get me. I'll try to check my phone in between games, but you can always reach out to Mary or Blaine or Ryan with any basic questions. They can get you taken care of as well. And I'll see you all Sunday in Anderson. Have a good night.